All right, so this video is kind of different than some of my other videos. This isn't really like a planned challenge. This is actually a video that I didn't intend to put on my YouTube page. This is a practice run that I did for the Super Bowl contest we had down in Tampa. So I filmed this actually before that contest. This is the only practice run I did for that contest. So yeah, so see the camera angle is not great. My head's cut off, but I didn't really care because this is just for me to look at. But I didn't have a video to post this week, this Wednesday, so I'm just going to use this as a video. I'll use commentary over this. As you can hear, there's kind of a fan in the background that I usually turn on. So yeah, it's not the best video, but I figured I'd give you guys a little insight over what goes on behind some of my practices. This is actually a real practice. So this is the foods: pizza, that's chili. I got some pigs in the blanket. This is actually my dip, which is just chili mixed with sour cream. Those are the cheese balls that they had at the contest. This is boneless chicken wings, the same ones they used at the contest. I didn't have a, I didn't want to go buy a sandwich, so I just used four sandwiches I had in the freezer, and those last things were jalapeno poppers. So here, I'm ready to go. Put the timer on the screen, and go. All right, so my plan here was to, instead of fooling around with single pieces of pizza, I figured I'd just pick them up and make it into one big pizza ball and eat it that way. I figured that'd be the fastest. That's kind of what I do at all my pizza contests anyway. So you can see I kind of made a mistake right there. I put the drink down. I probably shouldn't. It's taking me extra time. I figured out I shouldn't be doing that. So my goal was to get the pizza down in around 30 seconds. This pizza was actually pretty decent. I think it was a little crusty. So yeah, I keep wanting to put that drink down, which is a mistake. But I'm going to the chili next, so I don't need it. The chili, again, I wanted to try to get through the chili at the end of the 1 minute mark. So that was my goal. We'll see if I get there. This chili was a little bit thicker than the stuff we used at the contest, and I also added a little more than a quart, because I always try to practice a little harder than the contest is going to actually be. So what do they say? Practice hard, win easy. All right, so I'm almost through the chili. I'm over a minute. Again, it's close though. So yeah, this is moving on to the pigs in a blanket, and these are actually the same ones they used at the contest. We were told what the contest food was, so I did my best to get the same stuff. It wasn't cheap, but I like to do that as best as possible, as best as I can. Now, some people say if you can't get the contest food, it's a waste of time practicing. That is 100% not true. It is always best to practice, in my opinion. Other people will tell you differently, but you know, who am I to say what's good for them? But for me, it's always good to practice. Try to get the contest food as close as you can, but if not, it doesn't really matter. So this is the, this actually was really good because I had the chili with the sour cream. So this is my second bowl of chili. Again, I used slightly more than a quart. I think a quart is what, 32 ounces? I think this is around 36 or 38 ounces of chili. So 2 minutes on the clock. I'm on my fourth. I'm just kind of falling off my pace of 30 seconds per item, but I didn't expect to be able to keep that up anyways. Okay, so it was an 8-minute contest. I failed to say that. We have 8 minutes to finish everything. So that's my goal, is to finish everything in under 8 minutes. Now we're on to the cheese balls. I actually didn't find cheese balls very difficult at all. You kind of crunch them up, bite them once or twice. As soon as the water hits them, they kind of liquefy and you swallow them. Some of the other eaters say that they were having a little bit of trouble with the cheese balls. My biggest problem with the cheese balls is making sure not to drop them. All right, so see, I'm not using much liquid. I only went through 1 cup of liquid so far, which is pretty good. So the cheese balls are a little bit slower, but again, I don't think they were hard to eat. In my opinion, they weren't hard to eat. And see, I'm kind of fumbling with my water there. I'm just out of practice. So this is a first to finish contest, and the amount of food that we had here wasn't a capacity issue for me at all. It's just a speed contest and efficiency, how fast you can eat the food. I muted out the volume on this because there's some noises you guys probably don't want to hear. So I put some music in. That's why there's music, and I'm just okay. So I go right to the chicken, which is good. I like that transition. I don't find any reason to stop one food, take a drink, and go on to the next one. I think you should just do it as one continuous thing. And this chicken was I think it was probably around the same amount as that we got at the contest too. They gave us quite a bit of chicken. I used the whole bag of the chicken that it came with. So I'm coming around 4-minute mark now. I'm on my, what is this, my 5th item? No, 6th item. So the chicken is a little bit slower. And this wasn't buffalo flavored chicken. I don't actually like buffalo flavored wings at all. So this was teriyaki. Actually, I liked it a lot. So it looks like I'm finishing up with the chicken, being careful not to drop too much. Waste a lot of time cleaning up debris. Alright, so moving on to the sandwiches now. I see I've taken care of the debris. Moving on to the sandwiches now. These sandwiches are way bigger than the ones we used at the contest. So actually, the one in the contest was just a regular, like an Italian sub sandwich, 1 foot, like maybe you'd get at Subway, and they cut it up into 4 pieces. So it went fairly quickly. It was really good though. Had a lot of mayonnaise on it. These are Arby's, actually roast beef sandwiches that I used. Cheese ones that I had for a long time ago. I threw them in the freezer. I just thawed them out and used them for this. Actually worked pretty good. So that's 5 minutes. So I got 3 more minutes to get the couple of sandwiches in the jalapeno poppers. As some of you guys know, I don't like jalapenos one bit. They're terrible. But these jalapeno poppers didn't have a very strong flavor, jalapeno flavor to them. They had a lot of cream cheese or whatever the heck's in the middle of them. A lot of that in the middle, and they were deep fried. So they were actually fairly good. They did have a little bit of heat on them, but I didn't mind too much, really. So you can see these sandwiches are taking me quite a while. Yeah, we're coming up on, let's see, 5.5 minutes. Yeah, so past. Come on, you're going so slow. I'm actually watching this through for the first time as I'm doing this, so I really don't know. But I'm sorry about my head being cut off there. Like I said, I didn't really check it. This is just for me. I didn't plan. Okay, here's the jalapenos. I didn't plan for you guys to see this at all, so. And I'm not eating well because my shirt is not messy. But actually at the contest, my shirt didn't get messy either. This is what, my 3rd cup of water. I just didn't use a lot of water at this contest. Didn't need it because of the chili and a lot of the food just didn't need it. The pizza didn't need a lot. The sandwiches we ate actually were pretty good. So they had a lot of mayonnaise. They went down pretty easy. So let's see. These jalapeno poppers are taking me a while. They were pretty crispy when I cooked them, so. So yeah, this is what I do to practice. I try to get the foods. If I can, I get the best I can. I put them together and I do a practice run. That's all there is to it. There's no tricks. People always ask, what's the trick to eating fast? You just got to practice eating fast. That's the only trick. Practice, practice, practice. And I think when it comes to eating fast, it's kind of, it has to be something that you normally do. You have to be able to swallow big bites and not worry about having to choke on them. You don't have to worry, have that fear you're going to choke. A lot of people, they chew their food like crazy. You can't be like that. If you want to be able to eat fast, you got to be able to swallow food whole. So it's hard to learn how to become a fast eater. And there's people faster than me that can do it better than. Okay, so there we are. I'm done. I'm going to wait to turn the clock off until I swallow, because that's what happens in the contest. 7 minutes, 30 seconds. I'm picking up the clock right there, and boom, with that, I can't read that, but at the time on the screen says 7:32. So I was pretty happy. Oh, you see my big belly. I was pretty happy with that. I wanted to finish everything on the 8 minutes. When I got to the contest, I saw that some of the foods and stuff like that were less than I practiced with, and I knew I was going to be in good shape. I figured I was going to finish everything in right around 6 minutes, and actually I beat that a little bit. I got, I don't know, I can't remember, like 5:48 or something like that. So I was really happy at the contest. It was a fun day down in Tampa, and yeah. So this is practice. It's not fun being a competitive eater. I don't recommend it. Like always, like, subscribe, and I'll get another video out that's much better than this as soon as I can. Thanks for watching.